And you thought that correction officers was the only ones affected by this no punitive segregation, no solitary confinement law? Well, you would be wrong. Watch this video.
WTOC is continuing to push for answers after a current South Carolina inmate was sentenced to more time behind bars after kidnapping and sexually assaulting a 68-year-old jail worker in Jasper County. He was sentenced to 29 more years for the crime yesterday. Well, today we asked the State Department of Corrections how that can happen. We also asked if any changes have already been made at the Ridgeland Correctional Institute since the attack happened. The Department of Corrections telling us that since 2019, they have asked for and received millions of dollars from the South Carolina General Assembly aimed at making prisons safer. Some of those many initiatives include a system to alert other prison workers if an employee is in trouble, updated walkie-talkies, more cameras, automated locking, and door systems at some prisons, and more training. Now, the attack happened back in 2019. Where prosecutors say 41-year-old Ahmad Rashad Bonds attacked a 68-year-old prison employee in the prison's stockroom. The 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office says Bonds snuck into the restricted area through an unlocked door and eventually sexually assaulted and beat the woman in the bathroom. She fought him off eventually, but she wasn't found until about 2 hours later by prison staff. Bonds was already serving a 25-year prison sentence for sex crimes, burglary, and armed robbery.
2 hours? Why was she not found for 2 hours later? Number one, there should be no inmates in any area unless there's a correction officer also in the area. These people are what you call civilians because they're not law enforcement. Numerous amount of civilians work in correctional facilities, meaning jails and prisons, like her, the commissary worker. They also have counselors, different type of counselors, drug counselors, regular type of counselors that help you with situations like when you're going home and stuff. We have doctors and nurses and other clinic staff that works in the clinics. We have teachers and school staff that works in the schools. We have cooks. We have psychs that talk to the mentally ill. The list goes on and on. Correction officers and inmates are not the only ones affected. We have innocent people. Not to say that correction officers are not innocent. We're only here to do a job. We ain't locked up, technically. Let's not forget that some of the inmates may also be innocent because we know how they do all of these wrongful convictions. It's a lot of that going on, more than you guys know. I didn't understand when they said equipment to help notify other prison staff when a prison staff worker is in trouble. Y'all don't already have that. But you know what? This is a direct effect of how they're letting all the jails and prisons just go down the drain. I think it's a bigger picture. Some may call me a conspiracy theorist, but I feel that they want all the jails to get out of control so they can introduce the martial law. Because why? First of all, why are you not giving any consequences or repercussions for these inmates and their actions? Now, this is different because at least he did get sentenced to more time. I'm sure she had to press and press and press to even get that done because it's like they don't want to press charges on these inmates. It's like, oh, they in jail already, so who cares? Absolutely not. If you commit a crime in jail, then you should go to jail in jail. And when I say that they're letting the jails just deteriorate to make it a lawless world in the jail, which will eventually become a lawless world outside, because that's how it normally goes. Everything that happens in jail comes out to the street. And I say that because everywhere, in all different states, I don't know about the countries, but in the United States, all the jails are deteriorating. The cells do not lock. How could you be in jail or prison and you can't even be secured in your cell? That means that everybody's in danger. The cells do not lock. The radio, the walkie-talkie as he called it, that people use to radio in for help, they don't be working properly. The body cams, they don't be working properly. The cameras in the facility, they have numerous blind spots where you can't see everything. It's not enough staff, and the department just continuously works short with not enough officers. People are always saying, well, why is women working in male facilities? Because first of all, you cannot discriminate. Did you ever hear of discrimination? You can't deny somebody a job because of their sex. At the end of the day, the officers need to be protected in order to do their job. They have to feel safe and know that if something happens to them, their team is coming to save them, and also there will be charges brought up on their assailant. Being that they can't discriminate, there are solutions that they can do to keep the women safe. Anybody who has a sex crime, any type of sex crime, put them in the same housing area. Put them all together with each other, all the sex fiends, put them together, let them rape each other in there. Don't let them rape each other. However, put them all in the same area and put only men to work in that area, because those men are violent towards women. So since you can't stop women from coming into the jails, then how about you just do that? And if anybody else got any other solutions, speak on it. Put it out there. I'm putting my suggestion out here via YouTube, via other social media platforms. What are you doing? Besides sitting there and complaining and talking about how women shouldn't be working in male facilities, when there's nothing that can be done about that. There's not enough men in that job to have the women only working with women inmates.